Welcome back. Good morning. Aaron here. Simon Says Farms, and today is Tuesday. It's news day. I keep using that, and I don't like it because it's not news day, but it really is. I got news for you. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we are bringing back... Yeah, I should have edited that out. This is not a one-take wonder. We are editing today. We are talking about Wacky Wednesday. It's coming back tomorrow. So up your membership or join our membership on the live channel. Check it out. Check out what each membership has. There's like a low-level membership that like helps us with hay. It doesn't even equal the value of I think it's like $5. I don't even remember all the membership levels, but we got to bring back the Wacky Wednesday. Now, I cannot commit to every Wednesday. It's going to be Wednesday evening chores. I can't commit to everyone, but I'm going to try. Hopefully the little goats don't get trampled by the big goats. And it'll happen after chores or before chores, but I might even include chores with it. So in other words, I'll set up the portable live cam. You'll jump on that live cam, kind of the same camera we use for virtual goat snuggles, for those of you that remember that. We will set up, hang on. We will get that camera set up. We'll put it on a tripod probably in the milking area, because soon we're not going to be milking. Very soon, no milking. I would say within a month or so, the milking should be over, because it has to be, because late September, that last week of September and into October, is our prime breeding window. So we got to start weaning them off. Some of the girls are only being milked every 36 hours right now. So one day they'll get milked in the morning, and the next day they'll get milked at night, which gives us that like day and a half window. So we're gonna slowly wean them off, and then eventually they won't even need grain, because that's kind of how you wean them. You milk them less, you feed them less, and then they produce less milk. And that's what we're working on, the weaning process. So that allows us to bring back the Wacky Wednesday, because it'll be less work to do at night. We can go out there and just like fire up a camera, go check out some cats, check out some goats, kind of like an up close virtual little hand. Okay. The best analogy is I put out a video every day on this channel, free. Doesn't cost you a dime. We live stream our barns, free. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you want to support us in other ways, which we appreciate those that just watch, that's all you do. You watch. You don't buy anything. You don't buy any soap. You don't buy any lotion, lip balm, coffee, anything. Coffee's coming soon. You don't buy anything, but you watch everything. You're awesome. We love you. Now, Google does pay us a little bit to run some ads, but I'll tell you right now, those ads don't add up to enough to support this operation. And there are times, and I've told you guys this before, and I'm very transparent with it, and I'm not complaining, there are times where I remember there was a time in our life, I'll go back. It's actually, Liz has that tattoo on her arm. I have this tattoo design in my head that I don't think I'll ever get, but I have the idea. And it's kind of like, I'm trying to find my scissors. It's kind of like a story of like my life in a pictorial form. You ever see an infographic, especially if you're in corporate world, where it's a picture that's like this long, but it's got a lot of information in that picture, but it's done with a lot of pictures inside pictures, if that makes sense? I'll put one here on the screen, an infographic of something. I'll put it here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I just found, but I threw in an infographic photo. This tattoo is kind of like that, but my point is, there was a time when Jake was born, little Jake, Mom and I, we were at a point in our life where we had to decide, oh, I almost broke my ankle. We had to decide what bills to pay and which ones not to pay, because we didn't have enough money to pay them all. There was a time, actually I got kicked off paying the bills, Liz took over, where we had 7 cents in our checking account. I remember it. And we were like, oh, yep, okay. So it was rough. It was a little rough. We were in a position where it was not. And then one day, you know, I was working the restaurant business back then. And we were actually, I don't want to say a victim, because that's a bad word, because it was our choice. We read the fine print. We just didn't understand it. We were in that whole housing bubble, right? We bought our first house. We left the condo and moved into a house, and we bought our house during that real estate spike, right? The real estate boom, whatever. I think it was $220,000 house over that way. About 9 miles in Colchester, right after we got married. And we literally did it on stated income. I was working in a restaurant making $35,000 a year, and Liz was a host going to college making like $12,000 a year or something crazy. And you just had to show a pay stub and like you got a loan. It was that simple. But it was the interest-only loans. And then over time, they're like, oh, you can't just pay interest anymore. You now have to pay principal. And oh, by the way, it's going to balloon. And like, so it was one of those like, yeah, shit. When I was in my 20s, I probably should have read this better. But my point is, like, we got into, so now here we are. We got this business. We put all the money back into it. We keep expanding, and more barns and more goats. And we got these Frenchies, and we got this, and we got this coffee and this roll-on perfume and this and that. So I was talking to Liz the other day about, in a business, you have this thing called carrying costs. Costs that are there no matter what. Whether you sell something or don't. Obviously, we sell more lotion. We got to buy more supplies, but that's good. That's growth. But you have these costs like attorneys and lawyers and electric and all these things, and the internet, the website costs money, every URL we own, simonssaysfarms.com and letsgetswanky.com and aaronsimon.com. We own all those. We actually own like 20. All those cost money every year, yearly. There's software that we buy yearly. So as the carrying costs keep growing, if we go, which we are right now because it's a really slow time of the year, go a couple days with 0 sales, the carrying costs are still there. The ad revenue is garbage on YouTube. It's junk. It's not even a couple $100 a month in just ad revenue. It's sub 1,000. Yeah, without memberships, it's way sub 1,000. The memberships are what carry this business when we're not selling things, and we love you guys. You viewers are awesome too, don't get me wrong. That little bit of ad revenue is amazing. But the memberships is where it's at. It's the, oh, I can sit and breathe and listen to the stupid chickens, and I don't have to think of what can I sell somebody, what can I sell somebody, because that was the Verizon days when I wanted to drive my car off the bridge. We've talked about that very loosely, but like, you know, you get so stressed at work because you're 100% commission. For you commission people, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So think of it in this line of work here. We get paid to put out content. We get paid to make stuff. But the membership side of it is like, oh, these people are amazing. Like, you're what makes it where, okay, we can pay that electric bill. We can pay that insurance. We can pay that because those bills... I'm done. I'm done talking. My point is Wacky Wednesday's coming back because I feel like I have to do more for the members. And it's that time of year. So we're going to get out some animal crackers. We're going to feed some goats. We're going to see what they do. You're going to be a part of chores on Wednesday evenings. Sort of part of chores. Maybe some weeks I'll make it real short Wacky Wednesday, like crackers and that's it. Other weeks I'll be like, hey, let's walk around a little bit. Let's see what's going on around here. Sort of a little up close and personal. So check your membership status. Bump it up if you want. I know like 30% of you have left over the last like 6-8 months, which I get it. We're not doing anything. Some of you are still here. Actually, note to self. I said this, or it went out somewhere. The badge you get for being a member, we just made a 3-year one and a 4-year one, and there's like 10 of you that next month at some point I think it's to the day, so the day you signed up. Next month in September, your badge is going to switch to the 3-year one. There's a couple of you, I think it's 8 or 10, I don't remember, people that have been with us for 3 years as a member. And that could be the lowest member level, it doesn't matter, or the highest, it doesn't make a difference. It's just length of time. And some of you are going to click over to 3 years. It's been since you decided to not only invest your time in us, but also your wallet. And we appreciate that so much. So much. Look at these roses. Look at them. Pretty roses. Okay. I think I'm going to go now because it's an extremely busy day. Super, super busy day. Today, the day I'm recording this, is actually Monday. Really busy. Doctor's appointments and gymnastics, and Jake's got an appointment, and Tyler's got to go to orientation for school, and Liz is making soap, and Angie's coming over to help with something, and I have to get my hip MRI done. Yes, a re-MRI of my hip to make sure we didn't break it. Not break the bone, but break the surgery from before, because it still hurts, and it shouldn't hurt as bad. And yeah, all that stuff. And then my lipoma doctor is going to check out Fred here. Was it Fred? What did we call this guy? What did we call this big guy right here? I got my pre-op surgery for that. Today is nuts. Monday, today is nuts. That's why you watched an old video of Tyler fixing a tire. But Tuesday, the day you're watching this, if you watch it on the day it comes out, it's Tuesday. And it's news day. And my news is Wacky Wednesday's coming back. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow, and then maybe I'll see some of you in the barn tomorrow night. See you later. Thank you for everything. Watching, viewing, buying, subscribing, membering, whatever you do, and commenting and talking to each other and all that stuff. Just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Here we go now. I took a video in this room once. Oh, it's fancy. This is where they're gonna put the dye into my hip and then take the picture. So I can, well, picture on the other side of the road to see how my leg is holding up. Yep, that hurt. Off to MRI next. Okay, yeah, that hurt. Getting the contrast put into the hip. It's not fun. And then, I don't know what it was today. With the MRI, my heart started racing. I almost had to bail on them, squeeze a little bubble, tell them I can't stay in this tube anymore. But I made it. I don't know what it was. I had this tickle in my throat that wouldn't go away. Oh, now I don't know where I parked. Great. Why, but I thought I was on level 3, and then I went all the way up to level 4 and had to come all the way back down to level 2. That was great. That was fun. All right, off to the next doctor's appointment. Okay, so I'm sitting in traffic after my doctor's appointment, off to the second one, and I'm listening to one of my podcasts, and they're talking about these big fancy YouTubers with millions and millions of followers. They make millions and millions of dollars and all that stuff, and they're saying, when you get to the point where you have generational fans, so people in their 30s that follow you on YouTube, but now their kids that are 9, 10, 13, whatever, they also follow you. So you have double generations following that one creator. You've made it. Like, you're doing something good, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we don't have millions of dollars or millions of fans, but do we have generational followers? Are any of you watching this right now in your teens or 20s and your parents are the ones that told you about it? Or the other way around, you're in your 70s or 80s and your kids in their 40s or 50s also watch. or possible triple generations. I know we have a triple generation family out there. I think we do. I actually think we have a picture of their baby wearing a little moo onesie, because that lady watched, I'm not gonna say any names, her daughter watches, and her daughter's has that little baby. So triple generations following our goats. That's so humbling. The millions of dollars on top of it would make it nice too, but I'm just saying, if that's true, because I think it is, put it in the comments below. Life hack, by the way. Driving from one appointment to the other, I had to get lunch. I decided to grab a grinder, a little one, in the same place where my hip doctor has his office, because the MRI was done way that way at the hospital, and the hip doctor's right here between the next doctor's appointment. So when I logged onto the app to create the follow-up appointment, like tell me what happened from this MRI, like decipher this code to tell us what we need to do next. Do we re-surgery? Is it physical therapy? Is it nothing? And like, I'm just over exaggerating that like I still have pain because it's only 8 months since the surgery. Like, what do? We have that conversation. The app on my phone said I can go see him on October 8th or something stupid. And at the time, whoa, sorry. At the time of this recording, it's only August 21st. So I'm not gonna wait a month and a half to get the results. That's kind of crazy. So I pull into the office, and the nice lady behind the counter, she's like, how can I help you? I go, I'm going old school, no computers. When can I get an appointment to review my MRI? And she goes, how about this week? I'm like, oh, that works. She goes, but it's gonna be really early in the morning. I go, oh yeah? And she's like, yeah, like 8:15. I'm like, that's not early. So this goes back to the why put off to tomorrow what can get done today. And that's what I did. I booked it for super early in the morning. I have to leave the house at like 7 because it's like a 45-minute ride. Give me time to grab some coffee on the way, maybe an egg sandwich somewhere, and get out there for my 8:15 appointment, talk to him about my hip, be back home by 10 at the latest, and you still got the whole day ahead of you. Why put off to tomorrow what can get done today? So I realized I had to stop at Tractor Supply, just another stop for the day. You know, typical Monday. I do like to get all of my out of the house, off the farm errands done in the same day. I'd rather be out all day, get everything done, because everything's 20 minutes away. That way the rest of the week can be focused on work type thing. I confused you guys earlier. I was talking about the free content and the fact that Wacky Wednesday's coming back, and that's kind of a paid for thing. The analogy that I meant to tell you about, and I got sidetracked because of an ADD moment and story time, is the analogy is like a concert where if you sit on the lawn in the way back, it's free. But if you want tickets to come up close, you got to pay. That's kind of the way we run this channel. The live channel's free. These videos every single day are free. But to get on that little portable camera for goat snuggles, virtual goat snuggles, or Wacky Wednesday, you gotta pay. So go check out the membership thing. It's listed in there. I can't remember at what value Wacky Wednesday starts at. Virtual goat snuggles is a little higher, but we're gonna run Wacky Wednesday at the Wacky Wednesday level. I don't remember which one it is. You guys can all talk about it in live chat, but I'm gonna go buy some more alfalfa for the girls and then head off to my lipoma doctor. I'm hoping, let's see if you guys can hold right here for a minute, that they can get rid of my big lipoma, which is this one, this whole thing. I'm gonna ask him, can you remove this entire lipoma? Because it keeps growing and I don't know why. This makes me want to puke. I just stopped to get an idea. Can you tell what that would be? Simon Says Farms, Chaos Coffee, delivery pickup van. That's not happening. Oh my God. That's gross. And it's completely just wide open in the back. That's it, nothing fancy. For that price, that can stay there. Yep. This is not good. It says I'm gonna still make it on time. Have to clean out the car. We're gonna call it quits here. The day is over. Sorry that's super loud, but divide and conquer. Liz is with Jake. I'm going with Olivia, and the day just keeps going on and on and on. You guys have a good one, and we will see you again tomorrow.